Good day guys, welcome back to the channel. I am of course Akephalos, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Path of Champions here in Legends of Runeterra. We are going to be doing the 4-star weekly adventure here against Fiora. We're actually going to be revisiting this adventure because if you guys caught the previous episode, I've actually attempted this run with Garen. Now, before we go on into the video, feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp in the description or in the comment section. That's going to bring you straight to the gameplay as well as the run. Right now, I am just going to quickly go over the reason why we are going with Jax. So, the reason why we're going with Jax is because if you caught the previous episode, like I said, towards the beginning of the run as well as towards the end, I did mention that Garen was actually not my first pick. Jax, however, was my first pick. The reason why we went with Garen was really because I did not feel like Jax was at a high enough level, and it also makes sense in terms of the storyline because for those of you who didn't know, we are going with champions who are related to the final boss by each of each adventure. So yeah, basically like here we have Fiora as the final boss. I thought Garen would have worked because Garen and Fiora know each other, and essentially in terms of their lore, their universe page or their the fandom page, essentially both of them are actually listed as, I think, allies or something. So yeah, it could have been basically that was the whole premise. Basically it was the whole idea, using champions who are related to each other by the lore. So in this case we're gonna go with Jax because Jax is also related to Fiora by the lore, and I think it's a much more interesting pick overall because if you have been to the universe page for Jax, there's actually a short story on there called None Shall Pass. I'm gonna pull up the screenshot right now. It's not the entire story, don't worry. It's just a the premise or the preface of it, if you will. So at the end of that story, right, there is actually a implied situation where Jax and Fiora actually face off. So I thought it was kind of cool. The greatest fighter in all of Runeterra, as we know, Jax, versus the greatest duelist in all of Runeterra, or the Valorant continent, which of course the Valorant continent, for those who don't know, Noxus, Demacia, and Freljord, all three together, that forms the Valorant continent. So yeah, I think it was kind of cool to have Jax into Fiora for this adventure, and as you can see, Jax is at a fairly capable level at this point. Capable is debatable, I would say. That's because each of us has our own different definition of capable. So I'm just gonna quickly go over what I am running on Jax, and then we're gonna get into the run. In terms of relics, I think that's more important. I am going with a Gale Force, a Stalker's Blade, and a Chameleon's Necklace. And because it's level 28, I'll get to that in a second. That's why I have access to 3 relics in total. So Gale Force is actually kind of good. What I've learned so far is that apparently every time that he attacks, we get a scout, and of course we get a round and recall me. He comes back to our hand, he survives. Basically we are going to be able to keep playing him when the opportunity arises. That is basically the whole idea with the Gale Force. And in terms of the Stalker's Blade, when I'm summoned, I strike the strongest enemy. I think it's also kind of decent because every time we summon, whenever we attack as well, that's damage. Basically when we strike the strongest enemy, that is damage. That's actually going to help progress Jax's level up. So these two working in tandem is actually really good. I'll show you later on when we get into the run. It's much easier to show you than talk about things, I would say. But yeah, that's basically the idea between these two items working together. Now, I am going with one rare item here, and that rare item, sorry, not rare, but the common item, I should say, and that is the Chameleon's Necklace. And the only reason why we're going with this is because Jax is gonna be absolutely important to making sure I have a chance of success. I'm not even gonna say I am gonna succeed. All I'm gonna say is making sure that there's a chance, making sure that there is a small hope of succession or successfulness in this particular run. So that is why we're going with the Chameleon's Necklace. Create 2 copies of me in your deck. That's basically gonna mean we get 4 copies of Jax, I think, in the starting deck. And I think does it stack? I'm not really sure. If it stacks, it's good, but I can't remember if it stacks. I have to double check on that. But yeah, that's basically the relics that I am going on Jax. So it's easier to show you, I would say, overall. Talking about it is kind of tough because the way this run sets up, it's really complex, I would say, in my opinion. Okay, so in terms of the champion level, as you can see, I am at level 28, and this is why I say it, everyone has their own definition of capable. Some of you might think this is kind of overkill. Some of you might think this is, just enough. That's because you must bear in mind, I also only have one star power. I'll come back to champion level in a second. I only have one star power, which is Last Light of Akephalos. So allies have attack, grant me +1/+0. If I'm equipped, also grant my equipment +1/+0. I don't have that second star power here. I don't have enough to unlock that second star power here. I'm lacking some fragments. So yeah, I'm missing out on the +1 starting mana. So that is also why I decided to go with the the Chameleon's necklace here, because essentially I want Jax to be involved really early on. He is absolutely going to be vital in giving us a good shot of success. That's why I've really gone with the Chameleon's necklace. But coming back to the champion level, 28 is the magic number. That is because 28 will give us access to 40 starting Nexus health. And the reason why 40 is also really important is because, you know, the Fiora run is really scary if your health is if you don't have enough health. Mainly because of the mini boss Gangplank. Again, it's much easier to show you than talk about it, but if you guys are familiar with this mode, or if you have played the run in general, you will have a rough idea of what to expect. So that is basically why I would say 28 is the magic number and 40 Nexus health is also the magic number. I'm happy to forego 29 and 30 because these two I don't think will have that much of an impact. Rare Relic slot 3 will definitely be good if I could get another Rare Relic, but I think in the long run, because of the one star power again, this ties in. This keeps, you know, tying in together because it's all interrelated, interconnected. Because of the fact that I only have one star power, I think it could be more important to have, you know, the Chameleon's necklace instead. So that's why I didn't think it was necessary to go up to a level 30. I didn't think about, you know, grinding all the way up to level 30. So I'm happy to start with this, and I'm gonna be, you know, full disclosure to you guys, I'm not really sure if this run is going to be successful. I've always stated this whenever I play this game, just to make sure I'm not pulling wool over your eyes and just to make sure I'm not deceiving you in any way. I'm not a competitive player. I am by no means a professional player. I have never touched rank once in my life, and essentially I'm just a casual who enjoys this game, and basically, you know, I like messing around. I'm not really someone who strategizes stuff a lot. Basically, I just like to have fun with the game, essentially. So hopefully you guys share that sentiment. Anywho, let's quickly come back to the the adventure itself. So yeah, Darkstar Portal with Fiora. I'm gonna go over the special rules again. Some of you might already know this, but I think it's important to refresh myself constantly because I am kind of a forgetful person. So game start, the foe summons an Emperor's Die. Round start, grant the foe's units +0/+1, 10 Nexus health, +1 starting mana, and +1 starting hand size. I'm gonna be honest, like I said, kind of scary, and frankly, I'm a bit afraid. Anyway, let's just go ahead and replay this adventure and see how it goes. Alright, so we're all loaded in. So you might also notice I mentioned replay the adventure there. That is because, yes, I have completed it. I have completed it once after several attempts. I'm gonna go with several because there's actually much more than several. But yeah, it's a really tough nut to crack, and I'm just gonna break down the map for you why it's kind of difficult. So there are 8 battles in total, right? So the first one is Noxkraya. There's gonna be 1 here, I think, and then there's gonna be Arena Bookie here. That's 3. We have Gangplank 4. Then we have, actually, sorry, 7, I think. So yeah, there is going to be 1 more here, 5, and 6th one here, and of course the final boss against Fiora. So out of the 7 battles, 5 of them are actually kind of tough, and that 5 is going to be the starting 5. Well, you could argue the 6th one, yeah, the 5th one is this one, correct. Sorry, I got my math a little bit confused there. But anyway, out of all these 7 battles, the 5 is kind of tough. That is because, let's just say, one star power Jax is doesn't really like this map at all. Doesn't really like this map as well as some of the AI here, I would say. But regardless, we're gonna give it a shot. So as usual, we are in the Noxian map. Fiora is in Reckoners Arena. I mentioned this in the Garen attempt as well. It's kind of interesting to see her here. So I think we'll just pretend that in Noxus, for some reason, the bookies have essentially scheduled a bout between Fiora and Jax to settle their implied fight at the end of the story. So the Noxkraya Arena is going to be the arena for that. I know it doesn't really make sense because, you know, Fiora is Demacia and Noxus doesn't really like each other, but let's just pretend for the sake of a storyline that's happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to the first node here, which is the power node, and see what we get. Okay, and wow, instantly something great. Round start, stun the strongest enemy. I am gonna pick this up. For those of you who also don't know, because I am at a level 28, I have access to some, you know, the chances of me getting some decent powers is kind of good, and it's also gonna be very important, some of these powers, because you know, a power that isn't great, that isn't good, is essentially gonna cost us the run, and it's not gonna work out for the better. So I think because we get the stun here, I'm not gonna reroll this. I am gonna pick this up. Okay, so let's head to Noxkraya Arena, our first test. The sun shines bright as you enter the Noxkraya Arena, your first step of many toward dethroning the Empire's most legendary reckoner. Let's rephrase this to your first step of many toward dethroning Runeterra's most legendary duelist. Noxian Entertainment, game start, the foe summons a Noxkraya Arena. Okay, so we get 2 Jaxes in the start, which is good. I am gonna re-roll the Merciless Hunter and the Spare Jax. I want to see if we could get some 1 cost. Bear in mind, we only start with 1 mana, so it could be important to play along with the curve. So yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay, I'm not sure if Chameleon's necklace triggered. If not, there would have been an icon here. I'll have to double check that later. Let's just bring on Bloodthirsty Marauder first.
Their bones will litter the desert.
Alright, one thing I've also found from my test of this run is essentially the pass button is your friend. Mainly because you want to have Jax attacking. So yeah, and taking advantage of the Stalker's Blade as well. That's going to be important. So I'm going to pass the turn. I know it seems really counterintuitive or unorthodox, but I think it will work out for the better. Trust me.
It's good to be the king.
Alright, cool. So Arena Kingpin is on. We take advantage of Jax's Stalker's Blade here.
Honoring a king. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This ain't just a land.
Nice. We can also work with the Scout.
Change up my style.
And we can attack.
For Arcadia! And you know what? Also for me!
Okay, I think we're really lucky here, because the AI isn't summoning anything. I tend to be really unlucky in these runs, I'm not gonna lie. I tend to get, you know, a lot of stuff that could actually counter me. So, you know, I'm not really complaining, but, you know, it is the game. I'm just saying that, you know, kinda lucky today. Okay, let's go ahead and just bring on the Wandering Shepherd here. We're gonna improvise itself. It's gonna improvise itself, I should say. We're gonna give it the Pot of Pain.
What's this? A new flower?
So another tip that I've picked up for this run is essentially try to play Jax last if possible. That's because, you know, you really want to clear the board of the enemies. It's really important that you make sure he survives. Yeah, that's why I think we should be able, but I think we should be able to survive here. That's basically what I'm trying to get at, because there's really no enemies, so I'm not really that concerned. Let's bring on Castaway first just to be safe. Let's do a Pan of Pain.
This all we got? Hey, I've done more with less. We are forged in war.
Okay, I think we should be fine. Let's have Jax strike this guy.
You don't have to shout bonk every time you hit someone.
You should try it. Bonk, bonk.
All right,
See?
nice.
Fun.
We ride as one. Winning never gets old.
Okay, so that was kinda decent. Let's see what battle rewards we get here. We get Kelp Maidens, Warlord's Horde, and Smooth Soloist. So Nexus Strike, create a prank in hand. Ooh, player start a free attack is kinda good. Create a Sentinel's Horde in hand when target allies grant advance me 1 round start, get an extra mana gem this round. That could also be important. Sentinel's Horde is definitely nice because if I'm not mistaken, it will give us something that will give all champions +2/+2. Yeah, that could be good. And because of the mana gem, I might just consider going for that. Let's see what smooth soloist is first. Plunder, reduce the cost of your allies in your hand and deck by 2. 3/3 but ephemeral. Okay, so immediately I'm not gonna pick this. It's either a decision between these two. I think we're gonna go with Warlord's Horde because I want that extra mana gem. That could be really, really important. So yeah, I am gonna pick this up. Bear in mind, we are starting with 1 starting mana. I would try not to repeat some of the things, but I've said, but essentially, I have to keep, you know, reminding myself that we are playing at a disadvantage here. So we have to go into this as with the mindset of an underdog, essentially. Alright, so in terms of the support champion, let's see what we get. We get Thresh, we get Ziggs, and we get Rek'Sai. These aren't that great in my opinion. Well, Ziggs could be good. Landmarks, okay, destroyed 4 allied landmarks. Cool, cool. So that's, I think, summon, if I'm not mistaken. I think we'll reroll this. Maybe we could get something a little bit more aggressive. Something like a Zed or a Jinx could be nice, actually. We get Yasuo here. Is that... Oh, summon ephemeral copy of me. I thought this was the mana gem thing. That would have been decent. Leona could be great because Daybreak stun the strongest enemy is kind of cool. Nar, create a what is it, Pokey Stick. Okay, the text is kind of similar in color with the background. Couldn't really read that, but anyway, if I'm not mistaken, we had the stun, right? Just to double check. Yes, we do have the stun. I think it might be beneficial to pick up Yasuo actually in that context, so I think we are gonna pick him up. Okay, so this is our next test here. Now, I have done all my runs against Kato and Shiradza. I know they are beatable, but, you know, it takes a little bit of luck. They have to bring on really, really weak units early on. If they bring on stuff like the Legion Drummer and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Iron Ballista or something it's called, it could be a little bit problematic. But hopefully that stun can basically just try to, you know, hinder that a little bit. Basically just try to counter that a little bit. So hopefully, you know, I'm banking on that happening. So let's go ahead and just see what, you know, what's in store. The crowd roars with glee as the great doors open for your second round. Shiradza bounds in full of athleticism while behind Kato enters grinning. Power couple, the foe's allies with Overwhelm have +3 and +0. Okay, so I would say I want to reroll the Catch, Combat Cook, and the Merciless Hunter. I think I want to see what if we could get, you know, cheaper stuff, you know, early on. That would be much more beneficial. We will keep the Jax, however.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's wreck it!
Okay, so this was what I was hoping to avoid. Arena Battlecaster is a little bit scary because essentially if it summons something, it's going to attack, it's going to get more damage. Another thing we have to watch out for here as well is the fact that, you know, round start grant the foe's units +0/+1. That's a little bit daunting. It could actually counter Jax a little bit, but it should be fine, hopefully. I am going to bring on Warlord's Horde here because that's the only thing we can play. Round start, get extra mana gem. Hopefully that's going to accelerate our gameplay a little bit as well. Can't do anything, so we have to pass. Okay, let's bring on... Actually, no, let's pass the turn first. I want to see if it brings on something strong. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the pass button is your friend in this particular run. So, as you can see, Iron Ballista, we bring on Jax, it's gonna take it out.
My heroic, whoa, this ain't just a land.
Okay, that Challenger Poro is fine. Good attack. Let's go for it again.
Who's next? Bring it on!
Alright, I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, so this is perfect because right now we can bring on Jax and he will take out the Kato. So this battle is going well so far. I don't want to jinx it. Let's hope, you know, things keep going well for us, essentially. Okay, let's drop Jax here, take it out. And I think since, you know, Jax is gonna get recall and the enemy has 0 mana, we might as well do Desert Duel and kill the Arena Battlecaster as well. So yeah, that way we get some units off the board. Nice. Okay, as usual, we're gonna pass the turn first. Alright, I'm feeling kind of confident here. Actually, no, we can just play a little bit more safe. Let's bring on the Wandering Shepherd first, because Jax is 2 cost instead of, you know, 2 plus 3 is going to be 5 in total. That's the point I'm trying to make. Let's go with the Upcycle Rig.
Anyone seen any sheep around here? I lost mine.
Okay, it's fine. That's a very desperate cast here. And we play Jax.
You don't have to shout bonk every time you hit someone.
You should try it. Bonk, bonk.
Awesome.
See? Fun.
And we have to win here. Nice.
Am I right?
Gotta keep that light burning.
Okay, so more battle rewards. We get Wind Singer, Navori Blade Scout, and Ren Shadow Blade. I think what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go with the Navori Blade Scout just because of the fact that it has a barrier on the first turn. It could be useful as we approach Gangplank. So yeah, Gangplank has a lot of those parlays, and if I'm not mistaken, the other one which deals 3 and then you know, deals 3 to 1 unit and then to the Nexus as well. I can't remember some of the names of these spells, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the best memory, but yeah, I know Gangplank has a lot of removal stuff essentially. Okay, so let's go and just pick up the Navori Blade Scout there. I think the barrier could be useful. Okay, let's go to the shop. And hopefully we get a beneficial power. Power is also really, really important. And a second stun. That is actually amazing. 2 stuns. Wow, I'm gonna pick this up. This run is going exceptionally well. I did not get 2 stuns on my, you know, my successful attempt. I actually got a legendary power in that one. So, you know, it was kind of good. But I think this should, you know, basically compensate for the lack of a legendary power. Okay, so Arena Bookie. Let's see what happens. You're celebrating with the crowd when you hear a furious screech from the main box. Seconds later, a mess of velvet and fur is on you. Security in tow. A little off the top. Round start. Give the foe strongest unit +1/+0 this round for each card in the player's hand. Okay, so very good, because I actually did not consider this when I picked up Navori Blade Scout, and now that it's popped up, it came to me. It was definitely the right decision because we might need some 1-cost units along the way as well. We get 2 Jaxes here. I think we're gonna just replace this, and then we'll see what else we draw. Alright, I also forgot to point out, for those of you who are potentially new to Path of Champions, the reason why I get to draw 2 cards at the start, that's simply because I have, at level 20, for each champion, there is an ability to draw a champion card from your deck instantly, immediately. So that's why I was able to draw another Jax here. Basically, I draw 2 cards. But yeah, that was the whole idea. Let's bring on Blade Scout on turn 1.
Shh, quietly.
It's good to be the king.
And let's attack. He's gonna get stunned. Kingpin.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's rock it!
Okay, I'm happy to bring on Jax here, and I think... Is that the right call? Hold on. This guy's Challenger, which is a little bit scary. I tell you what, let's pass the turn first, because essentially, you know, we're not pressured to play anything. If push comes to shove, we can just use Navori Blade Scout to block. So I think we'll just pass the turn first. Crashing Snapper. Okay, tell you what, let's not play Jax. I have an idea. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. We'll take some damage here, it's fine.
This one's trouble.
So my plan is to block like so. We'll get 6 damage in return. It's alright, it's alright. It's still good. I won't lie, I think the double stuns are really gonna help out here, so I'm very pleased we got that. Let's bring on the Jax.
My heroic whoa, this ain't just a land. New venue, new money.
Let's attack like so.
No refunds.
And let's go for it again.
Weapon roulette. You take payment? Who's next? Bring it on! Time money. When you want a job done right.
Okay, let's go for it again. Let's bring on Jax to whittle down some of the units, take it out.
Old faithful.
I think we can do Desert Duel and we'll kill this guy. Go. Okay, we take 4 damage here, but it's fine. The 40 health really helps because, you know, when you think about everything overall in general, right? Imagine, you know, this amount of this number that we have here, minus it by 5 or minus it by 10 if I'm not mistaken. How much health do we start with before this? I think it's 35 if I'm not mistaken. Minus it by 5 or minus it by 10. So basically we are going into every battle at a 5 health disadvantage because of the difference, of course. So yeah, mathematically it really helps, and you know, every single health matters, I would say. I think that's a very common sentiment to share. But yeah, just want to give my input and my thoughts on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a Merciless Hunter here. Or actually, you know what? Let's pass the turn because we are a little bit fine. Let's do a Merciless Hunter, and I think we will grant vulnerable to... No, let's not do that actually. This might be better. Let's do Concussive Palm and stun the spider. And let's do another because we have enough for Jax, so we can actually we might be able to play very aggressively here. Yeah. Okay, let's bring on Jax. It should kill this guy because of the Stalker's Blade.
Whoa, this ain't just a land.
There we go. Let's trigger the Scout.
Let me change up my style.
Awesome.
Move with purpose.
Very nice.
Winning never gets old.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Will of Ionia and the Maker play recall a unit with less power than me. Deal fight to an enemy that attacked this run or is stunned. Shuffle 2 copies of me in your deck, they cost 1. Okay, this could actually be decent because I know for a fact that Gangplank might be a little bit of a problem. The recall isn't that good in my opinion. I would rather try to eliminate the enemy entirely. So I think I'm gonna go with a Paddle Star here. Now let's see what power we get. If this is gonna be another stun, I am gonna be so happy because 3 stuns are just insane. 2 itself is kinda busted already. 1 is kinda, well, alright-ish. I would have preferred if we got something else, but yeah, 2 stuns is just amazing. I can't ask for anything better. When ally survives damage granted +1/+1. Oh, we couldn't afford it anyway. We don't have enough gold. Okay, it's fine. We're not gonna buy any cards. I don't want to disrupt the the dynamics of the deck. I'm kind of happy with where the deck is, so we're just gonna leave it. Let's go ahead and just head to the healer node here and get some health back. 10 health to be precise. That's almost a full, which is decent. Actually, wait, let me just double check how many cards of Jax we have. We still have 2. I hope the Chameleon's Necklace is triggering because there's really no way to check, how many copies of cards we have in the deck once we get into the game. But, just based off this fact alone, we will get 2 copies of him in, so hopefully it's working out. But regardless, let's take on Gangplank and see how it goes.
I accept your terms.
Okay, the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a Powder Keg. The first time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. So, like I said, Gangplank is one tough cookie to crack. We've got through most of it, to be honest. So the only problem that remains is really Gangplank and the T-Hex here. And then I think these two battles, I won't say they're easy, but it should be a little bit more manageable. So let's just go ahead and see how it works out. Okay, not bad. I think we'll reroll the Combat Cook, the other Jax, and the Yasuo. So I think the Chameleon's Necklace is working because my luck is kind of bad. I don't tend to draw the champion that I want. That's why I just wanted that insurance options in case I don't. Like I said, my luck doesn't work sometimes. Okay, so let's bring on Warlord's Horde. Another good start. We get the extra mana gem.
Yeah, you don't want to cross me.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, because this is a little bit risky. The pass button is usually a friend, and because I don't have any cheap units here, usually a 1 cost would have been preferred. That way we could, you know, bait out any potential spells that will kill Jax here. I don't think that is possible, and I think I'm gonna play a little bit risky. Hopefully it doesn't counter with something like a parlay or something. That would not be great. I don't know. This is why, you know, it's a little bit scary, the Gangplank battle. I gotta tell you what, we're gonna gamble a little bit. Let's go ahead and just bring on Jax first.
My heroic whoa, this ain't just a laugh.
Ah, damn it. I knew that was coming. Boom ship. Deal 3 to a unit, summon powder kegs equal to the amount of damage dealt. Okay, so now this is gonna be a long and hard battle, I would say. Let's just go ahead and resolve this. I just hope I don't have to restart this particular battle here. I want to keep the revive. Okay, we get 2 Yasuos, which could be good. Let's bring on one of them.
Follow the wind. Watch your back.
I'm gonna guess Gangplank on here. Yeah. Let's attack like so.
Never dull.
Let's drag the 0-1 to the... Let's drag the powder keg to the ephemeral, or... No, you know what? I think what we can do is this. This might be a little bit better. Let's play a catch here. Right? We can bring the Protoporo, and it's actually kind of lucky we got a Protoporo. We get the impact, so that's more damage, of course. Let's drag the powder keg here. That way we get the maximum amount of damage possible. I'm not sure if Gangplank will block, but if he does, that would be ideal. But yeah, we'll just see. As expected, he doesn't, but it's fine.
I follow only one path, my own.
Okay, it's okay. Hold on. Does Gangplank when I'm summon powder keg? I thought he deals more damage to the, you know, he increases the make it rain damage. If he does, we could have played Concussive Palm, stun him, Yasuo will kill him, and then, you know, obviously it would have done less because after all, Yasuo, when you stun or recall an enemy, I strike it. So it would have killed Gangplank because he has 6 and Gangplank has 3 health. I think that would have been good, but Gangplank doesn't contribute any extra damage, so it's fine. Let's resolve this. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll give... No, let's do a Castaway first. We will do Pot of Pain.
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
Okay, I think we're pretty safe. For those who are wondering as well, the perks of getting Jax all the way up to level 28 is that the Piltover Castaway gets a cost reduction as well as an overwhelm. So yeah, these two are kind of decent to have. Okay, so let's go and just end the round first. Still don't get a Jax, but it's fine. Let's actually pass the turn first.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
Okay, cool. Let's drop Merciless Hunter here and give Gangplank vulnerable. That way we can challenge him. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. To avoid this, the 3 damage from going through, if I'm not mistaken, if we take out a powder keg, it will go back down to 1. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a concussive palm and stun this guy. So let's just check Oracle Eye first. And yes, everyone survives. Awesome. Alright, cool. So I think we should be fine here. Let's track Gangplank to Yasuo. We'll bring the powder keg to the overwhelm. 14 damage. I think Dreadwave's gonna come on next turn, but I think it should be okay. Let me just drag it here. Yeah, that way we get a little bit more damage. Nice. Alright, so we'll get Dreadwave this turn. You had your chance, but a turn back deserves a knife. I forgot about my own power. I forgot about the 2 stuns there. That's why Yasuo was able to kill it. I apologize for not being that self-aware. That's one thing I have to work on as well. But yeah, I'm kind of happy that actually Yasuo managed to kill it instantly because of the 2 stuns. So 2 stuns for the win. Okay, we can repeat that sentiment because we can play Yone here. And we will stun Yasuo, sorry, not Yasuo, but Gangplank and the powder keg.
Brother, what have you become? If I told you, would you listen?
Okay, it's fine, because we should have the win in the bag next turn. Wonderful.
One step closer to redemption.
Alright, so, wow. This is a very good run. I won't lie. This is a really, really decent run. This might be one of my favorite runs so far. Play I start a free attack, and that could be really good on Jax because Scout, the free attack, and of course the Stalker's Blade and all that. Amazing stuff. So I am gonna pick this up on Jax for sure. This is arguably a very decent run. Everything is going to plan so far. Let's hope, I don't screw up somewhere later on down the line. Let's go ahead and just pick up a power here first. Grant the weakest ally +1. Grow my health to match my power. Summon a sparring student. I think we can do better than that. So we are going to spend the rerolls here. Alice at +1/+0. When you summon a 5+ power ally, it strikes the weakest enemy. I think we can do a little bit better too. Let's reroll one more time. And... the stuns is insane. This is Stun City, guys. Hold it. Round start, stun the strongest enemy. I am gonna pick this up. Stun City. Stun City. Instead of Suplex City, this is Stun City. Iterative enhancements. Round start, the foe summons a next turret. Okay, so we're gonna take on T-Hex here, mainly because I want the champion item chest. So let's go ahead and take it on. The massive robot size deters you initially, but you're fairly certain that you know where the off button is. Okay, so... not that great. 2 Warlords Hordes, well, I think we can keep this. We should be able to get a Jax here, I would say. And I think, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and just keep this hand. I think I'd like to play a little bit risky just to see how things work out. Maybe I've underestimated myself and we were actually kind of decent. But yeah, I think we'll just keep this and see what happens. It's not ideal, but we'll see. Okay, Bloodthirsty Marauder here could be good. Or do we want to just bring on a Warlord's Horde? I think 2 damage isn't that big of a deal. Okay, I think we are happy to do so. I should also note that the main problem with the T-Hex is because of the thermogenic beam. It usually has a thermogenic beam, so it might be useful to pass the turn a couple of times first before actually playing some cards. We'll see how it works out. Yasuo should level up next turn, however, because of the, you know, the stun city. Oh, we can't play him after all. We don't have enough mana. I forgot about that. Let's bring on a Bloodthirsty Marauder first.
Cut them for our god.
I think we can bring on Castaway. Scout is decent. Actually, Impact might be better because he is kind of weak. So we might need a little bit more health.
How exciting!
All right.
Let the show begin.
Okay, it's okay. It is okay. I have a plan. Yasuo here should strike some of these, and we can use the ephemeral one to block the Gangplank Shredder if it chooses to attack.
No one is promised tomorrow. Death is like the wind, always by my side.
All right, chooses not to. Fine.
Clear my name.
Okay, I'm gonna attack with this straight up. Actually, hold on. Let's put on a Pot of Pain on Yasuo. And I think we should be... I think I'm happy to attack with this, I would say.
Even I have good days.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
Let's bring on another Warlord's Horde, because there's really nothing else we can do. I think we might even just deal a Paddle Star to... No, you know what? We'll keep that in hand, just in case we need to use it later on. Let's end the round. Okay, it's fine. We have one more Yasuo here, and I think we should be okay. Whoa, Karina. Okay, let's bring him on. It's all right.
I go where the road takes me.
Let's bring on the Castaway as well, and I think we'll give him a quick attack.
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
I will not suffer fools.
Okay, Ephemeral will block the Karina. This Yasuo here, I guess.
You brought friends.
We'll put the 4-1 here, and I think we'll do a catch, and we might just kill this guy too. Let's see. No, we'll do this. This might be better. We'll do catch. We'll do the equipment catch, and I think we will equip Yasuo with the Pot of Pain. That way we get 2 things done simultaneously. Okay, and then we'll put the Poro here. Alright, Paddle Star will take out Karina. I'm kind of wishing I rerolled earlier now. Jax would have been so much better to have right now, but yeah, I probably was a little bit overconfident there. It's okay, it's okay. We should be fine, hopefully. If it doesn't have another thermogenic beam, we should be fine.
They fear tomorrow, the fools.
Oh man, still no Jax. Okay, let's bring on the Wandering Shepherd. Let's take a Fisher Whack, I would say.
Anyone seen any sheep
Overwhelm
around
could be
here?
important.
Lost mine.
Let me just double check. Let me just double check what this burst spell does. Does it draw a champion? It does not draw a champion. It only grants the 2+2+2. It's still good though, so I am gonna cast it. Let's do a grant. And we'll block it like so. It's fine. Take it out. Oh no. Okay, this is bad. This won't work because the barrier here, it's gonna kill the Yasuo back in return. Damn it. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to pass the turn. I don't see us, doing anything here, to be honest.
They fear tomorrow, the fools.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pass the turn. I really don't see us doing anything here.
My kind of lessons.
This would have been such a great run had I not cocked it up. Hopefully I don't screw it up.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Okay, we're gonna pass the turn again.
I alone decide my fate.
And we'll just block this guy just to kill it. I'm really regretting my decision at the start, guys. I really am. Okay. Let's attack again. Why am I not drawing Jax? I intentionally took that chameleon thing so that I could get Jax to appear more often, but apparently I'm not drawing him. Don't tell me he's at the bottom there of the deck. That would be so bad. But you know what? It's fine. There's no point complaining, essentially. Work with what you have. That's what I've learned. That's basically what I've picked up in life. Work with what you've got. Okay, so we're not gonna be able to do anything, so we'll pass. Let's bring on the barrier unit here.
Sometimes you're the fit. Careful. Things tangles real easy.
And I think we'll try to draw two. Still no Jax. Okay, let's just. I think we'll just pass this turn. We may end up milling the AI only. 6 cards left on this side.
Blade never gets any lighter.
I think we'll bring on Blade Scout.
You'll never see me coming.
One blade, one purpose.
Let's stun the 8/8.
My kind of lessons. Even I have good days.
Yeah, this game, I would say the luck is insane. Sometimes you are the luckiest person and you get a lot of things go your way, but as you can see, obviously, nothing's going our way. We might end up milling the AI before we actually deal damage to the Nexus, which is a little bit unfortunate, of course. And of course, the Yasuo dies here. It draws the thermogenic beam. How opportune. Let's just pass the turn.
A deadly
He's gonna attack, but it's fine. Let's stun him, and I think we will block with the 6/3 here. We can do Paddle Start to the Karina. Free up the Nexus for the next round. No Jax at all. Very unlucky. Okay, Yone here will stun these two. We get a free attack as well going. And let's just attack with this. Finally! Jesus! Finally! My goodness. Okay, we'll bring him on here and we get the free attack.
1,000 years of battle and I'm just warming up. Got more scum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This ain't just a lamb.
There we go.
Any takers? Gotta keep that light burning.
Okay, so that took much longer than expected and much longer than I wanted. Well, partly due to my fault. At the start, I was being a little bit, I'm gonna admit here, I was a little bit overconfident. I thought we could have won without Jax, but clearly that's not the case. We definitely need him. So, yeah, lesson learned. I'm gonna try to bear that. I'm definitely gonna bear that in mind moving forward. But let's just quickly pick up a Battle Water. That's also a good, actually in hindsight, that's actually a good way to show you why, this run is basically undoable without him. Because we got lucky, I won't lie, with the stuns from the earlier few powers there. But, had I not had that stuns and had I not had a champion like Yasuo which can actually play off those stuns, that battle would have ended much sooner, and we're probably gonna have to redo it essentially. But yeah, just a testament and proof to show you that's the idea. But anyway, let's go ahead and just pick up a battle reward here. I think we're gonna go with the Ionian Hookmaster. I would say it's a decent unit, and at the same time it buffs our existing cards. So I think we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so let's head down to the champion item chest. We're gonna pick up another upgrade for Jax, and hopefully he shows up more this time. When I'm summoned, heal your Nexus equal to my cost. That could be useful because we are kind of low. When I'm summoned, refill your mana equal to my cost. That could actually be much better. So I think I'm gonna pick this guy up. Alright, let's see what power do we get here. Rally, finally, something that's really aggressive as well. That's definitely very, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna pick that up. I'm not gonna pick up any additional cards. Let's go ahead and head to the Savage Reckoner and see what we get from this shop. So the fighting is frantic. In the midst of it all is a man barely in control, fighting everyone in his path, knocks in or otherwise. Suddenly he turns to you. Survival of the fittest. The first time the foe attacks each round, the foe's strongest attacking unit can't drop below 1 health this round. So one thing to note as well is that I think the battle should be a little bit more easier going forward. Hopefully I'm right. I don't want to jinx it again like I did in the previous battle. So I'll just say we'll just take it on one step at a time. Let's go and fight him. Okay, so good start. We get Jax here, so I'm definitely going to reroll that away. I'm not going to repeat the same mistake. Let's, I think, reroll the Paddle Star, and I think we'll keep the Castaway. Yeah, I think we'll keep everything else. We'll just reroll the Paddle Star.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Okay, it's fine. It's probably gonna attack there, but it's alright.
Cut them apart.
We lose some health, but it should be okay. Let's pass the turn first. I want to see what comes on. Alright, nice.
Got more scum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This ain't just a lamb.
The reason why I said it was nice was because essentially we could, potentially take it out. Since we have the 2 mana refill, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna bring on the... let's bring on the Tilt Over Castaway. Actually, you know what? Let's bring on the Barrier. That would be much better. The Barrier Iron Hookmaster. Let's bring on Sense 1 Amulet for it.
Think you can fish up something to eat after this battle?
Catch and release only. Do you kill everyone you beat?
Does it block here? Hopefully it blocks. Yes, it blocks.
When I see one.
For Arcadia! And you know what? Also for me!
I misjudged.
this scout is going to be sorry, not the scout. The free attack is going to be insanely useful for this run. For this run moving forward. You'll see why. Stuns the enemy here is fine. Let's do Jax.
My heroic last. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This ain't just a lamp.
The prettier the rose.
So basically gonna get like multiple attacks every round. So let's do that again. Okay, we get stunned here, but it's alright. Bring on the Hookmaster again. Get a pot of paint on it.
Think you could fish up something to eat after this battle?
Catch and release only. Do you kill everyone you beat?
Okay, so drop him here. The barrier should protect it, and we take as minimum damage as possible. Okay, let's repeat that.
Honoring Acacia. Old faith. Gotta keep that light burning.
Alright, cool. And even more rewards for Jax, which is great, because heading into the Fiora battle, I really want to close this out quickly, because we are running out of time. So yeah, let's just quickly pick up this last breath rally here. Let's go into the shop. See what power you get, and wow, round end grant allies +1/+1. Legendary. This would have been great, but we don't have enough coins. So I think we're just gonna ignore that for now. Yeah, I don't think the rerolls will serve any purpose. You know, let's do it because it's the final node. It's not gonna make a difference, but allied buffs at set barrier are permanent. It's not gonna make a difference, but fine. Okay, so let's head to the final battle against Fiora. So finally, we are at the end.
I would cut down the opposition.
Okay, so here we are in Noxian in the Reckoner's Arena. Jax is gonna take on Fiora, and let's see what is the the finish to that implied battle at the end of the short story of None Shall Pass. So time to duel. When one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give the ally +1/+1 and tough this round. Cool. Okay, so finally a good start. I think we will just reroll a Battle Star. Alright, Bloodthirsty Marauder on. It's fine, we can take it out. Just we'll get the +1 if I'm not mistaken from the what is it? Let me just quickly scroll down and double check. Yeah, just to double confirm. We get the +1 from the last eye of Arcadia. Cool. Okay, I have a plan here and it could actually be good. Let's drop Jax first.
Got more. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This ain't just a lamp.
Alright, so shield challenges is fine. Because we get a refilled mana from Jax's mana deposit that we got, we can actually play Concussive Palm and stun her here. And we get a nice attack, I would say. Do we get the scout trigger? No, we don't get the scout trigger. Right, we already triggered it the first time. I forgot. Sorry. Let's commit this.
Who's next? Bring it on!
Okay, let's do that again.
Sword, staff, old faith.
I long for a worthy opponent.
Alright, ally improvises. Let's improvise itself, the Wandering Shepherd. We will take the impact here.
Anyone seen any sheep around here?
Let's attack with all that we've got. It shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Flavor and spice.
Okay, let's do that one more time.
Got more scars. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This ain't just a lamb.
And we win.
Gotta keep that light burning.
Alright, so that is about it. So that is, of course, the run complete. Really, really lucky run, I would say. Aside from that little hiccup at the T-Hex there. Really, really lucky run because look at the amount of stuns we have. Round start stun, the strongest enemy, 3 of it. And we get a round start rally as well. But like I said, this was actually, you know, if we got some weaker powers, I think we would have had to redo this run and maybe had to redo the recording. But yeah, we got really lucky, I won't lie. Aside from that tiny little hiccup at the T-Hex there, I'm not gonna complain. This was a good run, a fairly decent run, and at the end of the day, I achieved my objective of getting this run done using Jax. So I'm gonna meet you guys back at the main menu, the screen, and then I'm gonna give you some final thoughts before we end this absurdly and irrationally, unreasonably long video. Alright guys, and we are back, so that is again the run complete. Now, personally, this run was kind of fun, and you know, frankly, if you know, for practicality reasons, I wouldn't do what I've done personally. If you are trying to replicate this for, you know, just to have some fun with the game, for sure, by all means, I think it's kind of cool. But if you're trying to do this just because you want to get a specific reward, I don't think it's worth it, because obviously, in fact, I don't think anyone out there is going to replicate this, aside from, you know, like I've mentioned, maybe doing it for fun. But yeah, it's really, really impractical. You take a 1-star champion, you grind it all the way up to a absurd amount of level, and then you use him for a specific adventure, and there's really no payoff for that aside from the fact that you're still going to get the same rewards. But like I said, I'm doing it because, you know, I am adhering to the rule of using a champion that is related to the final boss of each adventure, and I really wanted to do the run with Jax, so that's why I was really hell-bent on getting it done, and that's why I basically grinded him up to this insane level that he is to get it done. Not to, you know, I won't fully discredit the run itself. I was really, really lucky in that run. Like I said, it could have gone sour really, really easily, but because I got some very decent powers, it was exceptional, I would say. But again, if you're trying to replicate this, I really don't see any reason why would you want to replicate this, if I'm being honest. But I'll leave that part up to you. Anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Path of Champions here. I understand it's been quite, you know, it's quite a long episode, and I really apologize for that. I'll try to keep things short moving forward. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it regardless, and if you did, consider leaving a like as well as subscribing to the channel. I really, really do appreciate your support, but most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads of single player playthroughs or content just like this one here on the channel. And with that being said, this is Akephalos signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me for this entire 1 hour. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.